Bonjour, and welcome to day 6 of my Work 3, Play 4 journey. Today I'm in Arles, France, just north of Aix-en-Provence. A beautiful, vibrant town with art everywhere, and there's this huge art festival with over 200 artists here, so it's a pretty busy little town right now, but so friendly. So today I want to just talk to you about a few things that I've learned about myself on this journey so far, and it's only been a week. So number one is I needed to give myself some time to get my travel legs. I don't know what I was thinking, that I would just land in France and feel immediately comfortable and fit in and be able to get right to work and feel productive and all. That's what I thought, but that's not exactly what happened. So for the first few days, as beautiful as the surroundings were, I felt disoriented. I certainly did not have a structure or a schedule. I felt a little bit like a fish out of water. But now I feel very much at home with the surroundings. I'm getting used to being totally uncomfortable with a lot of different things. So I'm determined to follow my dream to work 3 and play 4 in a foreign country. And no matter what, I was going to figure it out and I was going to do it. Secondly, I need to get comfortable with the messiness that's confronting me head on every single day. So logistics has never been my strength. And I know that. And I knew I'd be challenged going from town to town, city to city, using public transportation. But yesterday probably was the highlight of my journey so far in terms of being challenged. So it was Sunday. I had just gone to Mass and I was right near a bus station. I said, maybe I'll just take a bus to Arles. I bought a ticket and was told I'll have to transfer in Salon. Okay, no problem. So I get dropped off in Salon. I was the only one there, and the bus station itself was closed. I looked across the street, the train station was closed. And I thought for sure there would be a bus coming, so I waited for about 30 minutes, but no bus. So I thought, well, I'll call Uber. No internet. So no bus, no train, no internet. I walked down the street and the only place open was a tiny little tap with 4 older gentlemen sitting at a table playing cards. They didn't speak any English at all, but with my limited French, I was able to convey to them that I was stuck and asked them if they had internet, and they just shook their head and said no. And just then a young man walked in, and in perfect English, he understood exactly what my dilemma was and told me that there was a hotel right down the street. He knew the woman who owned it, and he would be glad to introduce her to me, and I'm sure I could use the internet. So I go there, and she did have internet, but she also said, you know, my son will be glad to drive you there. I said, well, that was wonderful, and offered to pay her. And so when I got the bill, it was rather large, and I probably could have done a little better with Uber. But regardless, just the kindness of people was really inspiring, and you know, I was stuck and had to figure it out. So perhaps the name of this trip is ultimately going to be called Figuring It Out. So the next big learning experience for me is planning. So I guess it was Friday last week, I decided to leave Marseille and go to Aix. Aix-en-Provence, midsummer, highest tourist season. I arrived at the hotel I thought I made reservations at. They had no reservation. I had no confirmation. So I was stuck in the middle of summer without a reservation in a brand new town. They were delightful, though. They spent over 30 minutes with me trying to help me find a hotel. And it turned out to be just fine, a little farther away from the city than I wanted it to be. But in the meanwhile, I met some amazing people from London who were on tour, and I'm invited to London. So I guess what I've learned is a lot of flexibility, a lot of adaptability, And, going from plan B to plan C, whatever the plan is, just to let go of the disappointment that, I had initially of, oh, I can't stay in the middle of X in the middle of the summer. And what do you mean you don't have my reservation? So as it turned out, it was lovely meeting this other couple and then having an invitation to go to London at some point. Another thing that I've learned about myself is traveling alone, you do have a lot of time. It's an opportunity to start seeing yourself differently. So I have been traveling all of my life, and I guess maybe I've just never really paid attention or observed to how do I respond to uncomfortable situations. And what I've realized this time is that I've allowed myself to be real, to be uncomfortable, to be a little afraid, and yet to push through. And also, of course, to figure it out. So what I've learned is just to be okay with being uncomfortable, be okay with being afraid, and not knowing. So given that there are so many wonderful people in the world, that they're definitely there to try to help you if they can. So there are so many other things that I've learned, but I think probably one of the biggest takeaways of all is that there are so many kind and good people out there, and no matter what, they're willing to work with you, to help you. It's being open, honest, vulnerable, and just being who you are. So it's been an amazing journey so far. I look forward to what new challenges I'm facing in the future. And I do hope that, this is helping you, so if you're traveling alone, if you're feeling some of the same feelings, I'm hoping that this video will make a difference for you. So what I'd love to hear from you would be if you are traveling, if you have been traveling and face challenges, what are they? How did you deal with it? And what did you learn from it? So I hope you are following my YouTube videos of this journey. And I want to invite you to my website, ritawilkins.com. In the meanwhile, I will see you tomorrow from Arles. And by the way, I'm going to a bull running contest or something like that tonight in the Coliseum. I met some people today and they invited me to do that and to go to dinner. So it's all of 5 minutes from here, and I'm looking forward to whatever that brings. See you tomorrow.